My people, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to do a super fast high fade, so pay close attention. First of all, we're going to start with guide number 4 to lower the top part. If your client is not going to lower the top part, then you just do the fade. Now with the lever closed, we're gonna mark our first guideline 1 centimeter below the edge of the bangs. Remember that it's a high fade, but if you want, you can mark it lower. It's the same technique, so it doesn't matter. Something super important that you should know is that you have to mark the cut as quickly as possible so that it doesn't take you too long. After marking the guideline, you're going to grab the upside down trimmer and push the remaining hair down to separate it with the zero line and the trimmer, so you can do the fade much easier. After doing that, you turn the machine over and erase the same line that you just created with this machine. If you do this all at once, when you go to pass the blade or the razor on the part below here, no type of line will be created. In the part behind here, you also do exactly the same thing. You start with the trimmer turned over to separate the zero line with the trimmer line, and then you turn it over to erase that line all at once. Now what we are going to do is open the lever completely, and we are going to make a space of 1 centimeter, but spooning so that the high zero line is not going to be so marked. Then you raise the lever, open it a little, and we are gonna pass it on that zero line. We have to try to only stay on that line so as not to touch the high zero line, but if the line goes up, then you open the lever a little bit and finish erasing that zero line. I recommend that you try to use only the ends of the blades so that you do not create more lines. In this part, you also do the same thing. Start with the lever a little bit lower to erase the zero line, and then open the lever a little bit more to finish erasing that zero line. Now we are going to grab guide number 2 with the lever open, and we are going to make a space of 1 centimeter, and in the same way spooning to try to connect it with the top part at once. Then we grab the guide number 1.5, open the lever a little, and we are going to pass it on the high zero line. And then we open the lever completely to finish polishing that whole part, and so that it connects with the guideline number 2. In the part back here, I'll come back and explain to you. We started with the lever a little open to pass it on the high zero line, and then we open the lever to connect it with the guideline number 2. Well, now we grab the guide number 1 with the lever a little open, and we finish erasing that high zero line. In case you see that the high zero line is not finished erasing, I recommend that you grab the middle guide, open the lever halfway, and finish erasing it. If you follow all the steps I'm doing, believe me, it won't take you more than 20 minutes making this cut. Well, since we used guide number 4 on the top to finish connecting the sides, we're going to grab guide number 3. Open lever and finish fading out the entire line of guide number 2 so that it connects with the top. Finally, we're gonna grab the trimmer and we're going to run it through all the hair from here below. But it's super important to leave a small reference line so that when we use the razor, we don't go too high. Remember that if you want to make a much faster cut, it's better to use the blade instead of the razor. After using the trimmer, we grab the razor and we're gonna run it up to where we left the trimmer line. Finally, all we have to do is grab the trimmer and we're gonna run it along that line that we left there as a reference so that we can finish fading out the cut. Remember that if that razor line doesn't come off with the trimmer, go over it again with the razor to the sides and down to finish erasing that line. Now what I'm gonna do is start marking the bangs from the middle of the forehead, and then I'll go to one side. Remember to mark it as far out as possible so that when the hair grows, the bangs won't get lost so quickly. Then, with my razor holder, I'll start to outline where I've already passed the trimmer. Also, if you want the bangs to look much more brutal, I recommend that you apply a fixative and then apply a hair fiber. This way, the bangs will look much better. So my people, this would be the final result of the cut. I hope it has been very helpful to you. Do not forget to give it a like, subscribe, and activate the bell to be aware of new videos.